Okay, we're back. We're looking at walls still. We're going to be doing the east, west, and south facing wall of the Vatilo House here. And remember, this is Section 8, above grade walls. We'll do partition walls next. In the last video, we did the north wall and we showed you how to do this calculation. This is the Vatilo House in Gulf Coast, Texas. So now we're going to move it, of course, to Birmingham, Alabama airport, and this is what we're looking at here. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the survey, and we're going to start with this east wall over here on this side. And it's just as we did the last time, length and height of the entire wall, and then you subtract any holes that may be in it, such as windows or doors. Okay, and of course, if you forget, like I said, the information for all this is up here. You have your footprint up here where it's 40 by 30, so the length of the house is 40 feet long, 30 feet wide. And of course, right here it tells you the height of the walls, and they're 8-foot high walls. So these walls are 8 foot high, and the east and west wall are 30 feet long, and the south wall down here that I've highlighted pink is 40 foot long. So let's bring up where we left off here in Birmingham, Alabama. And as you can see, we got the north wall done. Now the good thing about walls on houses, atypically, unless it's an add-on or it has many different types of designs to it, like it's not your atypical box type house. Most of the walls and everything, the construction is going to be identical, because when they put the walls up on a wood frame construction home, it's pretty much goes up all at the same time. Same insulation in all the walls, same interior in a lot of the walls, and same exterior. Like if the house is all vinyl, it's going to be completely wrapped in vinyl. Not always true. You could have a brick facade here, and some type of decorative change to the exterior, so that way it gives it a different look and everything like that. But atypically on most of your homes, this is how they're going to be. So the good thing about this is, it's just like this is 12C to SW stucco north. It's going to be identical for all the walls, except it just be east, south, and west. The calculations are pretty much going to be spot on the same. So let's just take a look at that where we left off on worksheet D. So here we are at worksheet D. We got our north facing wall. So we're going to basically just finish up what we started, like I said. So, and the east and the west wall, they're going to be pretty much identical on their footage. Just the north wall and the south wall will be a little bit different, because if you remember, we've got that partition wall up here where the garage is. Now on the partition wall, we will do it right here. So like I said, it's coming up. It'll be in the next video, but we're going to finish this up, put all our calculations in, transfer it over to J1ae, so we can move along down through the worksheet D. So let's start out with the east facing wall. So here's my east facing wall. I've got it highlighted in this maroon color. I've put up already the square footage of the windows, and remember, if you don't know how to do the square footage of the windows, this is in inches. It has 48 by 54, 48 by 54, and that gives you this big number here. And remember, we're looking for square footage, so we got to divide this by 144. And there you go, 18 square foot. So all my windows and doors, don't forget your doors, do your windows and your doors and your sliding glass door over here on the west side. Do all of these, and then like I said, you can have these already ready to go when you're doing your calculations. Now I've already put this information here is the same information that's up here. So I just brought it down here so you could see a little bit better and keep it in mind. The house is framed with stucco, wood stud walls, R2 sheathing on the outside, R13 blanket inside the wall, and plasterboard on the interior. The length of it is 40 foot down here and 30 foot wide. Okay. So our east walls are both and the west wall is both 30 feet by 8 foot high. That gives us 240 square feet total area. That's counting with the windows in it. South wall is 40 by 8, so it's 320 square foot. Now your east windows, basically all you're going to do is get your square footage and just add these up. So that would give us 36 square foot. So all we'd have to do is take 240 total square footage of the wall and subtract 36 from it. There you go, 204. That's going to be a number that we're going to actually use in here. Same on the south wall and the west wall. So let's just do this east wall and we can move right along through the rest of them. So we'll go back to our worksheet D and we'll just work across through here. Now like we said, this number here on all of these are going to be identical, so I'm going to go ahead and do all of these right here while we're here. And like I said, atypically, you want to, move from left to right on these, moving down this way, this one, then this one, then this one, then this one. But, I want to be on this one and then go all the way across, do this one, then go all the way across. On some of these, it'll just save you a little bit of time when you can just do something like this, where you can go ahead and put the numbers in all at one time, as opposed to waiting to the very end. And this will be east, and we'll make that a little bit smaller so it fits in the box. This a little bit smaller. Oop, going the wrong way. Okay, so like I said, we're just going to go ahead and put the 12C-2SW because all the construction of these walls is the same. Do this one south. Oh, forgot to put stucco. Stucco south. There we go. And finally, 12C-stucco-west. And we'll make this one fit. There we go. Okay, we're going to start here with the east wall. So we're going to be right here. And we're just going to move across through here, get all the calculations, do all this one, go all the way across there, get the calculations, go this one here, do all of them, go all the way across, get the calculations. Now, like I said, we can still kind of see it from here behind the page here, our total wall footage and length and width. So we got 30 by 8. So east wall is 30. 8 feet tall, and this is one of those where I know every wall is 8 feet wall, 8 feet tall, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Okay, and I know the west wall is 40 feet, and the south wall is 40 feet, and the west wall is 30 feet as well. Okay. So we go back to our blueprint, pull it back up. So this wall here was 30 by 8, so it's 240 square foot. That means that the west wall is 240 square foot. 240, and the west wall is 240. And the south wall is 40 by 8, so it's 320 square foot. 320 square feet. Right. All right. Now all we have to do is areas of opening. This is column 5. Like I said, any windows, just add them up. Like I said, we got 18 square foot, 18 square foot. So that's going to be 36 square foot. So 36 goes here. Do the south wall now. So we got 18 square foot, 21 square foot, 12 square foot, and 18 square foot for a total of 69 square feet on that one. And our west wall is 15.75, and the sliding glass door is 44.333. So we end up with 60.083. 60.083 on that one. Okay. Now all you have to do is column 6, so column 4 minus column 5, basically just subtract the windows and holes that's in there. So 240, we'll bring the calculator back up. 240 minus 36 equals 204. So 240 minus 36 equals 204 square feet of that total wall. We'll go ahead and do the south facing window now. 320 square feet right here minus 69, and we get 251 square feet. And finally, the last one down here, the west wall, we have 240 square feet again minus the 60.083. 60.083. And there you go. You end up with a really weird big number, 179.917. Okay. Now we got to go to column 7, of course, is exposed slab edge. That's only for floors, so that's why it's grayed out. We're going to move on to the next one, which is column 8. So we need table 4. Let's bring table 4 back up here. We're just going to close some of this stuff down here. Close that. Don't need that. Table 4A. Alright, so table 4A, this is, like I said, this is where you got your construction number from. Stucco, that's our exterior and everything. So basically, we had ARC 13 insulation in the wall, and it was 2x4 frame construction, so that's why we're the 12C-2SW, because we have siding. And remember, siding is the same as stucco, vinyl siding. We would want to use this one down here. But as you can see, it has the same UVA, same as the north-facing wall, so the east, south, and west wall are all going to have the same UVA. So that makes it real easy. We can just copy and paste this in all 3 of these. And it's stuff like this that, you know, it makes your calculation move a little bit faster when you're going down through here. All right, next is HTD. Well, the HTD for all 4 walls is going to be the same because that's the temperature differential. And if you don't remember where it was at, it's right up here, right there. Heating and temperature differential is 46. So we're going to have 46, and I can copy this one again because it's all the same. And remember, the HTD is just the differential of temperature between what you want the inside to be and the 99% of the time what it is outside to give you that proper calculation. All right, now here we go again. We have column 10, which is 8 times 9, column 8 times 9. So basically, if you've already done this first one, the calculation on all these will be the same as well. So we can copy that and paste it down on all these. And remember, I've got these highlighted red because these are going to go back to our J1ae. Anything in green is your square footage. It's going to go to your J1ae. Anything in red is going to go to your J1ae. Excuse me. And anything in blue, this will be your cooling HDM. Now, group number. Remember our group number. Let's go to the group number real quick, just in case. All right. So, basically, what was we dealing with? We was dealing with a wall. We'll do partition in the next video. So, group D. So, our group number was D. And remember our CT LTD, which is located right here. was 20, so we're going to use 20. And what was our average differential there? It was medium for M, our daily range. So we're using that number right there. We're using wall, so 24.5 is the number we're going to be using for this one. So we got D all the way through here. Boom, boom, and 24.5 on all these. Okay. Now the final thing that we need to do is we need to get our cooling HTM, which is column 8. Just right here. So this number here times column 12, this number right here. Now luckily we've already done that first one, so this times this gave us that. So it's going to be the same all the way down through here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. All right. So there you go. There's all your exterior walls and how to do the calculations on those. Now we're just going to take these numbers, transfer them over, and finish out our J1ae. Let's go back to it. Bring it back up here. I'm just going to finish up this and calculate everything out. And of course, don't forget to do your exposed wall right here. Like I said, load area. We want to make sure we get that done. And like I said, so we're just going to come down through here, copy, and paste these over here. This makes it a whole lot easier when you're working on a computer or you have fillable sheets and stuff. But like I said, you know, when you're doing this on like a paper calculation or something of that nature, paste there, and west wall. This makes it just a whole lot easier. Okay. And of course, as we've noticed, our heating here that we're going to transfer back is going right here. So we want to make sure all these are identical, because it's going to be identical. And as you can see, our cooling HTMs are all going to be identical. The only thing that's really going to have a difference is going to be our actual wall surface area, because we got different windows in some walls, we got bigger doors in others. We have a lot of different types of wall space, in other words, like I said. And that's all we're calculating, the total BTUs of that particular material, of wood stud, the R13 blanket and all that. That's all we're calculating, and then we're going to get our BTU load through here. So we can go ahead and copy all these, paste them down to there, because they're all identical. And we're going to copy this one and paste them, because they're all identical. Alright, now all we got to do is do our square footages right here. And I've got them like right here. I'll make that a little bit bigger so I can see a little bit better. And like I said, this is, of course, column 6 right here, column 6. So there's our north-facing wall at 152. Our south-facing wall is right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and type these in. Slide that over a little bit so we can see it. Okay, so for our east-facing wall, we got 204 total square foot, 204.000. And we got 251 for our south-facing wall, 0, and that 179.917 right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put 3 zeros in all these to keep it clean. And this is why I tell you, like I said, hey, if you're working on this, whatever place you're going to, make sure you do it on all of them, so that way it makes it really nice, clean, and we'll line them decimals up a little bit. And put another 0 right there. And slide that a little bit so it fits perfectly. There we go. All right. So we're nearly done. We just like a little bit more and we'll be done. Like I said, so now we're going to do our heat load calculation. Let's go ahead and move this up here big where we can see it better. And I'm going to slide it over just a little bit so I can get to my calculator right here. All right. So once again, we're going to do our heating times our square footage to give our heating BTU load. And then we're going to do our CTD and our square footage to get this one right here. So we'll just start with a heating 3.726 times 204, and that gives us 760.104. Okay, now on to our cooling HTM. So that's 191.985 times our 204. And that gives us 404.940. Okay. Moving right down to the next one, 3.726 times 251. It's great when you got these even numbers, but it still comes out to be something really, really large. Okay. And if you're doing this on paper, you know, you have to learn how to just really write small to get in some of these areas when we just have to do the hand calculations on all these. 1985 times 251. And that gives us 498.235. Okay, and finally the west facing wall, 3.726 times 179.917. Okay, now we're just going to round this number up to the thousandths place, so that'll be 670.371 because it's 7 will round this up to it. So 670.371. Okay. And then finally our cooling times our square footage, 1.985 times 179.917, and we end up with this big number here. Okay, so we got a 2 here, so I mean, even if you rounded this up, that would make that 5. You could round that up to 3, but 3 is not going to round this up any bigger. And like I said, we're just going to the thousandths place, so 357.135. Okay, now we're almost done. We still have one last thing to do, and that's right over here, the total load area. Your total load area is basically just add up all this right here of your net square footage, and what is that number? So 152 plus 204 plus 251 plus 179.917. So our total area in square footage right here is 786.917. And there you go. And that completes the above grade walls and the transferring over to here. In the next video, I'll do the little partition wall, the garage, and show you how to calculate it. Very, very, very similar to what you did on the regular walls. Like I said, it's just a difference of the temperature differential across it because it's in a garage. That's probably not going to get the same temperature as outside. Okay, thank you.